Joe. I go by Austin Rhodes here in RCW. A lot of people know me as Joe. I'm the vice president of Rock City Wrestling. I also am the commissioner of RCW as Austin Rhodes. That we look for is dedication and good heart and good athletic ability. Not everybody's born to be a wrestler, and not everybody is in shape to be a wrestler. But a lot of our guys work hard, and they have a lot of heart, and it takes a lot of athletic ability. What do I like better, being a wrestler or promoter? Depends on the day you ask me. When the show's going well, I like to be a promoter. I like to take credit for a lot of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. The show's not going so well, I like to be in the ring, kind of help out and get the fans into it, be a little supportive. I like to do both. It's a lot of fun. They're equally ranked right up there together. The storylines. Every Monday night after a show, 4 of our guys get together and come up with storylines that flow smoothly from show to show for our fans, keep our fans entertained. Wrestling is about 99% sports entertainment, 1% wrestling. That's actually a lie, but a lot of it's entertainment. We're here to entertain the crowds, and we do a really good job at it. It's basically a soap opera with a lot of action and fighting and all that good stuff. The Federation formed back in June of 2001. A guy named Larry Palumbos bought a ring. We brought it here to Samurai Martial Arts and called up a few guys, got together, started doing shows with Kurt Sawyer, who owns Samurai Martial Arts, and became a huge success. It's been going almost 2 years now. We sell out about 225 a show. It's a good show. It's a good family entertainment for $6. And how does somebody get started? Well, right now we have a roster of 30 people. Getting started, there is a long waiting list. The main criteria is you have to be over 18. Once again, we're looking for people that have heart, that want to be part of wrestling, that understand wrestling. And it's mainly, right now it's a waiting list, so getting started is basically signing up and hoping that somebody quits or somebody gets rid of or we kick somebody out, I guess. But a lot of heart, a lot of athletic ability and the understanding for wrestling. That's how you get started. And just, set your goals high. Be prepared to get hurt sometimes. Be prepared to just be emotionally prepared, because it's a lot of emotion too. And that's it. It's RCW in a whole.
All right. My name in the ring is Sean Lane. Outside the ring, I'm Sean Kremer. I started wrestling back when I was about 16. I started wrestling with New Millennium Wrestling then. It's called M Smashers. We trained, we had a ring, we trained once or twice a week. When I got called in early 2001 that Larry Palumbos, or Johnny Swifton here, was getting a ring, I showed immediate interest because I wanted to wrestle, and New Millennium wanted $1,100 for me to actually be in the show. So I came down here, I started wrestling. I've been wrestling ever since. June 2001 was my first show. I became the first RCW heavyweight champion. I've been on every show since. I've done about 25 matches for RCW. I've gone to Buffalo. I've wrestled in Messina. I've been the heavyweight champion. I've been one half the tag champions. Since that point, I've actually used the fans hate me more than anybody else. I'm one of the bigger heels in the place. And I've used that to actually help put over a lot of people as good guys. My favorite moment in wrestling so far has been when I did a table match this past November, and it actually came out really good, and I went through the table good, and it was fun like that. As for injuries and stuff like that, the worst I've done so far is I broke my nose in a match. I punched myself in the nose on accident, actually. I've sprained my ankle a couple times, but that's because I'm prone to sprained ankles. On top of wrestling, I also do a lot of the storylines for RCW. I am known as one of the bookers. I was on the original booking committee that formed in September 2001. I've been here ever since. A lot of people in the area think I actually have a really good mind for wrestling. New Millennium, back when they were running, wanted me to do their storylines. I've done the storylines for here. I've helped people out with their characters and stuff like that. For storylines, I think, even though I'm a fan of pure wrestling myself, I believe storylines are necessary for the shows. I believe you have to keep the fans' interested somehow. Not every fan's going to like pure wrestling. Most of the guys around here do, and that's given because we're actually wrestlers ourselves. But for the casual fans, the people that bring in and actually spend the money to do stuff, you have to have the storylines to keep them interested. And when you do that, you have to keep on what their best interest is, who they like the most. You have to keep them either in a point where it looks like they're going to win, but then get stolen from them so the fans will come back for the next show, or at a point where they do win so the fans want to see what comes up next. It's hard being a booker. You have to try to cater to everyone's needs, including the fans and the wrestlers. And despite your best efforts and despite everything I've tried, it's not possible. You're always going to get someone to complain. You're always going to get something bad to happen. And booking is actually the most thankless job in wrestling. We've sold this place out almost regularly for 2 years now, and I've never gotten once a thank you for what happens in the show. I never got a thank you for selling the place out, despite booking the matches I have. And it's just something you have to deal with. It's a lot of extra work. It's something I love to do, though. I've got the mind for wrestling, and I love to use it. And I hope one day to be able to use it outside of RCW and actually up to maybe even the level of WWE, hopefully one day. I think I've got a lot of stuff right now that can help them out, but everybody does if they look at it right now. That's pretty much.
John Huber, also known as HB2. First question you guys ask is, does my character reflect my personality? Well, see, I don't really have a gimmick. It's just pretty much me. And that's the easiest way to do it, pretty much. I don't have to do much acting. I got started in training about a year and a half ago by coming here through a friend named Johnny Swift. And he got me in here, and then I ended up in Schenectady doing training with Chip Stetson and whatnot up there, and taking it kind of the next level, getting there slowly but surely. Got into wrestling thanks to my cousin, Sweet Lou. He's a great guy, kinda. And he was over one holiday and he was showing me a website, and I said, I'd like to do that. And he said, well, why don't you come to the next show? And this was in the backyard at the time, about 4 years ago. So I did, and I've been doing it ever since. And what made me want to get into it is just, I've always loved it and just can't get enough of it at this point in life, so the best thing to do is get into it. Where do I hope to go from here is probably independent circuit. I don't really see myself going to WWE unless I go to Dory Funk School, which costs $2,000, and I don't know if I have that. My favorite moment was probably my match with Mr. Zarniak, Kid Justice, where I won the titles, just because at the end I felt like a personal connection with them, and I shook their hands and whatnot. It felt good. And my most embarrassing moment was when, again, my cousin pulled my pants down during a match, and that was about it.
RCW Spring Breakdown. Tonight I had my first opportunity in RCW to wrestle in the main event. In my first main event, I got shot for the first time in the RCW Heavyweight Championship. Wrestled Huber Boy 2 and knockdown drag out affair. I can't describe how it was going in there with a friend of mine, HB2. It's a stiff match, throwing a lot of hard shots in there, and I'm still out of it right now. So, but feeling good. I thought the match was good. I thought the crowd participation was really hot, and that's all I really have to say.
Alright, I thought the match was pretty good. I honestly don't like waiting for the main event because then I have to sit around the whole time. Hold on, I don't know what this guy's gonna do. Alright. We had some spots there where we just beat the hell out of each other. I don't know. That hurt. But I think it worked out pretty good for the most part. And yeah, my shoulder hurts. That's about it.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain. Yeah.
I thought the match was okay. I would like to get some more chops at Kid Justice. I didn't pay him back as good as he got me. Maybe next time if there was a next time. I don't know. I got nothing. It chops me here and I can't think straight either. I'm sorry. Yeah, but look at it. It's disgusting. It's hard. My face. Oh, why? Don't touch it. It hurts. What do you want me to do? You better watch your freaking mouth when you talk to me. Without the hardcore shit. I'm not afraid to come to that school and take every little kid in the building and just grab them and start them and make them squeal. Can I try? You got any real questions? Or you just want me to keep yelling? Whatever you want.
Talk about your match.
I was very happy with my match. It went off perfectly as planned. The frog splash, I wish I had gotten a little higher, but you know, it's okay. I still put him through the table, which was the main goal, and it made him squeal when I had him in the lazy boy. And yeah, I thought it was a great night for the whole card.
We're here, it's Friday night, just had the RCW show. In my opinion, it went a lot better than I thought it would. I had a couple last minute changes, didn't know what was going to happen. Ended up, crowd loved it, more adult crowd this time, I love that. My match I was quite proud of. I was happy that we hit all the spots, we didn't mess anything up. Overall, I think it was a great show. I think the first match actually stole the card, which I love that. I love booking a hot opener. And other than that, it's nothing more you can ask for. We had a solid crowd, the sessions were going good, everything was going good. Went as planned.
Alright. You know, I went into the ring a little confident, you know, maybe a little too confident, you know what I mean? But, you know, I went out there, we bumped some heads. It was a classic battle. You know, the battle between evil and evil because we were both bad guys. But, you know, evil prevailed. That's one thing you gotta remember. Alright. You know, sometimes I'm a little shy in front of the camera, but not too often. Especially when I got a lovely lady behind it like this. I mean, it's good times, you know? You know, throughout the match, you know, it took a couple bumps. You know, back's a little sore, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Like my man number 2 said, no pain, no gain. Had a good time. I just want to say thank you to all the beautiful Aquinas people out there. I mean, you're lovely people. I appreciate the documentary. What's your name?
Allison.
Yeah, we're blazing,
Allison, what's your name?
We blaze.
What is it?
Pete.
Allison and Pete.
Allison.
I hope you two both get a hand in this project. Show it to your teacher.
I'm Tiger Smith. This is my partner, Raven. We're the tag team known as Too Sick. We're wrestling in RCW and all over New York State for the last 2 years now. We had a match for the first contendership for the RCW tag belts. I'm sure they're going to throw some clips in here if they know what's up. It was an interesting match. Check out the clips. And if you like everything, RCW.net. Click on the link. Tiger Smith. Yes, it's a plug.
Plug. I have nothing to say.
I'll go.
Go?
Yep.
Alright, check it. Yeah. Yeah, I bust a nut in the air so you don't hear me coming. Better think fast, dog, cause I'm the first one gunning. When I step in the room, who's a step ahead and running? I'm the cat who even got your old man frontin'. It ain't nothing, cause I'm just simply the best. You know your heart's gonna quit and jump it out your chest, cause I'm all purpose, I survive in any weather. Then you stop and realize simply who's better. Unlike cheddar, I won't just melt in the heat, but I would run right through you if my slugs had feet. I know you're nodding your head to this crazy beat, so take a seat. Now you fucking with the prince of the streets. Let's change it up and talk about these flows. I can last 12 rounds, hitting all your blows. Dog just ask your girlfriend, man, you know she knows, cause she meets me at 12 after all of my shows. Peace. Sass Money 2003, represent.
Yeah. I don't do anything. I'm the ring announcer. I don't wrestle. This guy wrestles. What? Me on camera.
That's just the ring announcer.
I mean RCW. I ring announce. I go in there and say, this next match is for the world heavyweight title, or this next coming out is Little Louie, or next weighing 370 pounds Billy Fox. That's what kind of stuff I say. I don't wrestle. I don't do anything.
RCW couldn't live without him. Who else would say it? Everyone else would mess up.
I just kick people's ass.
Well,